When most of us imagine air travel, we think of cramped seats, recycled air, and a race to claim the overhead bin. But there's another world in the sky, a world of private suites, vintage champagne, and even showers at 40,000 feet. A world where a single ticket can cost more than a small car. This isn't a story about aviation in general. It's about the most rarefied corner of it, luxury airlines. And to understand how this market truly works, we have to look at where it thrives. In the Middle East, airlines like Emirates, Qatar Airways, and Etihad define airborne luxury. Emirates A380 suites, complete with privacy doors, onboard showers, and lounges, sell for over $12,000 from Dubai to New York, a fare passengers gladly pay for the seamless journey from chauffeur pickup to caviar at 40,000 feet. In Asia, carriers such as Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, and ANA set the global benchmark for hospitality. Singapore's Suites class, priced around $9,000 to $10,000 on routes like Singapore-London, regularly sells out months ahead, driven by prestige as much as comfort. Europe's legacy players, Lufthansa, Swiss, and Air France, emphasize refinement and heritage. A Lufthansa first-class ticket from Frankfurt to JFK, often near $8,000, includes limousine transfers and signature caviar service, balancing business demand with tradition. And in the US, luxury looks different. Products like Delta One, United Polaris, and American Flagship First, typically priced between $5,000 and $7,000, focus less on extravagance and more on privacy, reliability, and corporate efficiency. For most travelers, spending $10,000 on a plane ticket sounds absurd. And yet, on the world's most prestigious routes, those tickets don't just sell, they often sell out. Why? Because for the people who buy them, luxury airlines aren't just transportation. They're time, comfort, and status all bundled together. Industry data backs this up. According to IATA, premium cabins make up only 10 to 15% of passengers, but generate nearly 30% of airline revenues. In other words, one business-class traveler is often worth the same as 3 or 4 economy passengers. This revenue concentration means airlines have every incentive to make premium cabins irresistible. For the passenger, the logic is simple. On a 15-hour flight from Singapore to New York, arriving rested and stress-free can make the difference between closing a multi-million-dollar deal or stumbling through a meeting. For ultra-wealthy leisure travelers, it's about turning the journey into part of the holiday itself. Flying in Singapore Suites or Emirates First isn't just comfortable, it's a status symbol. Some passengers document the experience on social media as a kind of luxury flex, while others choose it for the discretion and privacy it guarantees. In fact, surveys show that 70% of premium travelers rank privacy as their top reason for paying extra. For example, when Singapore Airlines launched its redesigned Suites class in 2017, the first year saw load factors, seat occupancy, above 85%, despite one-way fares above $9,000. And also when Emirates onboard showers, initially dismissed as a gimmick, quickly became a signature selling point that justified fares 2 to 3 times higher than competitors on the same route. Now, not all premium cabins are created equal. What sets luxury airlines apart isn't just bigger seats or better food. It's the unique touches that transform air travel into a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Take Emirates, the pioneer of extravagance in the sky. Its Airbus A380s feature fully enclosed first-class suites with sliding doors, a seat that converts into a flat bed, and even access to an onboard shower spa. Passengers are handed a Bulgari amenity kit and vintage Dom Perignon before takeoff. Details carefully designed to make flying feel like staying at a 5-star resort. Other unique touches vary by culture. Turkish Airlines promotes its flying chefs, who prepare restaurant-style meals in business class. ANA, Japan, leans on meticulous service and seasonal menus, including premium sake and miso soup at altitude. Qatar Airways Q-Suite introduced sliding privacy doors in business class, redefining expectations at a slightly more accessible price point, while luxury airlines make headlines for their jaw-dropping ticket prices. The cabin isn't their only revenue engine. Once you're on board, the airline continues earning, sometimes in ways passengers don't even notice. The most obvious stream is duty-free shopping. On Emirates flights, glossy catalogs offer everything from perfume and jewelry to high-end watches. According to Emirates Group's reports, in-flight retail generates over $20 million annually, with certain flights moving luxury goods faster than some airport boutiques. Then there's premium food and beverage sales in the economy. While first-class passengers sip Krug champagne for free, economy travelers can upgrade their experience mid-flight. Sometimes when a business-class seat goes unsold at departure, airlines will often offer economy passengers the chance to upgrade during the flight for a reduced fee. Etihad has reported six-figure monthly revenues from in-air upgrades, effectively monetizing otherwise empty premium seats. Even Wi-Fi and connectivity are monetized differently in luxury markets. Carriers like Qatar Airways offer free Wi-Fi for premium cabins while charging economy passengers. This not only reinforces the feeling of exclusivity, but also creates a steady revenue stream from those in the back. Luxury airlines don't just operate anywhere, they anchor themselves in strategic hub airports designed to funnel premium passengers through seamless connections. These hubs are as much a part of the brand as the aircraft themselves. Take Dubai International Airport, the beating heart of Emirates. Its dedicated Terminal 3 is one of the largest airport terminals in the world, built specifically to handle Emirates A380s. The terminal is filled with first-class lounges, private boarding gates, and luxury shopping arcades, ensuring the experience feels premium from the moment passengers arrive. Airports profit enormously from luxury carriers. Every time a premium passenger pays lounge fees, shops in a duty-free boutique, or books a spa treatment during a layover, the airport gets a cut. Heathrow alone makes over 60% of its revenue from retail and services, much of it tied to luxury flyers. For a low-cost carrier, turnaround time is a race. Planes are cleaned and reset in 30 minutes because every extra minute on the ground means lost revenue. But for a luxury airline, the equation is different. Presentation is everything, and the cabin must look flawless for the next set of high-paying passengers. And yet, efficiency still matters. Planes only earn money when they're in the air, so airlines build specialized ground teams. The result? When a first-class passenger steps into their private suite, it feels like they're the first person ever to use it, even if the plane has already flown halfway around the world that day. Inside every aircraft, the cabin layout isn't just about comfort, it's a business model carved into the floor plan. Consider the Airbus A380. In a high-density layout, it can carry over 850 passengers almost entirely in economy. But Emirates configures its A380s with fewer than 500 seats, reserving entire sections for private suites, lounges, and showers. The trade-off is simple: carry fewer people, but earn far more per passenger. A single Emirates first-class suite can generate as much revenue as 8 economy seats on the same flight. Seat width and pitch are also calculated for revenue optimization. Business class seats typically offer 40 to 60 inches of pitch compared to 31 inches in economy, but that extra space is offset by yields up to 5 times higher per square meter of cabin real estate. Some airlines, like Singapore Airlines, even adjust cabin layouts depending on the route. Flights to leisure destinations such as the Maldives carry more business and first-class seats, while regional routes prioritize premium economy and standard economy to balance demand. This flexibility ensures aircraft generate maximum revenue no matter the market. Now, when it comes to revenue, luxury airlines live and die by margins. Premium cabins may account for only 10 to 15% of seats, but they can deliver up to 50% of total revenue on a long-haul flight. In some cases, the margins are so strong that a single fully booked premium cabin can offset an economy cabin running at a loss. Let's take Emirates as an example. In 2023, the airline reported a record $4.7 billion profit, largely fueled by demand for premium travel after the pandemic. Business and first-class load factors climbed above 80%, and premium revenue per passenger kilometer was nearly 3 times higher than economy. But the model isn't foolproof. Qatar Airways launched The Residence, a 3-room suite in the sky priced at $20,000 plus one way. While it captured headlines, the product struggled to achieve consistent demand. By 2017, Etihad scaled back its A380 luxury offerings, citing unsustainable costs. Failures also come from overestimating demand. Swissair in the late 1990s leaned too heavily on premium travel, but when corporate spending tightened, it collapsed under the weight of high costs and insufficient diversification. Luxury airlines don't scatter their fleets randomly across the map. Their most premium aircraft follow a carefully designed operational pattern, a mix of long-haul hub-to-hub routes, seasonal pivots, and frequency choices that squeeze maximum value out of every departure. At the core are long-haul hub routes. These flights, often lasting 10 to 18 hours, give airlines the time and space to deliver their full premium experience. Think of Emirates Dubai-New York JFK, Singapore-London Heathrow, or Qatar Airways Doha-Los Angeles. On these routes, premium suites, onboard showers, and fine dining justify fares that can top $15,000 one way. Then there's seasonal patterning. In the Northern Hemisphere's winter, premium heavy aircraft migrate toward leisure destinations like Maldives, Seychelles, and Mauritius, catering to wealthy vacationers fleeing the cold. In summer, those same planes are redeployed on transatlantic business corridors like New York-London or Frankfurt-Chicago, where corporate demand is highest. Now, luxury airlines don't overdo it with flights. Instead of running many daily departures, they often have just 1 or 2 premium flights, making each one more profitable. A full A380 with first and business class cabins brings in more revenue than several half-empty planes. Singapore Airlines, for example, treats its London-Singapore A380 as the crown jewel of its fleet. Airlines also watch trends closely. They track bookings, corporate deals, and big events to know when to add capacity. During the World Economic Forum in Davos, Swiss and Lufthansa often use larger planes to Zurich. Big events like the FIFA World Cup in Qatar also lead airlines to adjust flights to meet a surge in luxury travel. Not all luxury is created equal. Some of today's premium cabins are squeezed into older airframes, retrofitted with new seats and decor, while others are built into next-generation aircraft designed for comfort from day one. The difference matters for both the passenger experience and the airline's economics. Older wide bodies like the Boeing 777-200 or Airbus A340 were never designed with private suites or onboard showers in mind. Retrofitting them means sacrificing space and weight, and in many cases, fuel efficiency takes a hit. That's why several European carriers keep their luxury offerings modest on older planes. Business seats that recline flat, but little more. By contrast, new aircraft like the Airbus A350 and Boeing 787 Dreamliner were engineered with flexibility in mind. Their use of composite materials makes them lighter and more fuel efficient, even when packed with heavy luxury fittings. This allows airlines to install features once thought impossible. Emirates' onboard showers, Etihad's The Residence Suite, and Qatar's Suites all thrive because these planes can carry the extra weight without crippling range. The efficiency gains are massive. A 787 typically burns 20 to 25% less fuel than the aircraft it replaces, meaning airlines can justify dedicating more square footage to fewer passengers. In practice, this means that a 250-seat 787 with expanded business and first-class cabins can be just as profitable as a 350-seat older jet crammed with economy. Luxury airlines don't stop making money once a ticket is sold. In fact, some of their biggest profits come from side revenue streams that extend the premium brand beyond the aircraft itself. On the ground, flagship lounges act as both service hubs and revenue engines. Emirates Dubai lounges, for example, handle over 4 million guests annually, generating revenue through dining, champagne sales, spa services, and even boutique shopping. Many lounges also allow paid access for non-premium travelers, monetizing spare capacity without diluting exclusivity. Partnerships are equally lucrative. Co-branded credit cards with banks or payment networks can be worth billions over time. For instance, Delta's partnership with American Express generates over $5 billion annually, rivaling the revenue of its transatlantic routes. Airlines profit not just from sign-up bonuses, but also from transaction fees and loyalty redemptions. Even on board, ancillary revenue is significant. Duty-free sales on long-haul flights can bring in $200 to $300 per passenger in premium cabins, while upsells, like paying for an upgrade mid-flight or ordering premium champagne in economy, add incremental margin. For context, Korean Air reported that duty-free sales once accounted for nearly 15% of its in-flight revenue. This ecosystem means a luxury airline passenger isn't just valuable for their ticket price. Every glass of Dom Perignon poured, every Rolex bought duty-free, every mile earned on a co-branded card strengthens the airline's bottom line. It's not just air travel, it's a lifestyle business model. That's it for our look at first-class travel. But here's the question. Would you pay $10,000 for a flight, or even $12,000 for that ultimate Dubai to New York suite? Let us know in the comments section below, and before you go, make sure you have subscribed so you don't miss the next journey.